Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Gonna do beer review, maybe something else afterwards. I'm in the mood, so keeping a lookout for that coming up. I'm gonna do a beer review. I'm gonna cook some food, have a nice little time after work. And the beer that we have for today is the Stone Totalitarian Imperial Russian Stout. Used to only be called the IRS. So now it's the Totalitarian version, which is a rationed release. This was bottled on 2/21/18. I wish I could get my IPAs that fresh. Yeah, still old, but that's fine. And let's see what the ABV is for this one. Let's see. Age at cellar temp 55 degrees or below. 10.6 alcohol by the volumes, so that's good. And now, little cool Russian, not Russian, cool little artwork by Stone, little rehashing of their old beer and rebranding it a little bit. I actually have a 2014 or 15 version of this, the regular Russian Imperial Stout before they rebranded it. That is going to be going to Grant Baker. So he'll be enjoying one of these aged. So hopefully he definitely enjoys it. Hello, Craig, my good friend. How are you doing today? Well, I'm going to get into this. I'm going to allot myself maximum one beer a day or less. So lots of big things are happening in my life here, and very looking forward to the next couple months. See, that's a lot of head for this beer. That wasn't poured very aggressively, but boy, did it give a head. It gave a big old head. Look at the size of that son of a bitch. Did not expect that. Did not expect such a massive head. Weird. Up to the light, we're going to be using the pinnacle of the glass, but this massive khaki-colored, pushing a cocoa-colored head. Did I say massive head at all? Because Jesus. But there you go. Anyway, while I'm waiting for this to go down, I will mention, by the way, a couple videos down, 600 subscriber challenge. This weekend, probably, I'll make the drawing. So make sure you get on that, find the video, put your comment below, so your name goes into the drawing for free ship. So make sure you guys do that. Right now, the poll is very low. There's only a few comments on it, but there's a lot of views, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. The Clueless Jigsaw is live. Oh my God, I'll definitely have to check that out right after these messages from our sponsor, Stone. Okay, it's kind of dissipating now, so I can kind of see it. Alcohol legs, obviously, the lacings are sticking to the glass like, like super glue, which is awesome. Let's get an aroma. There's a lot of bright. There's a nice soft hint of a fruit coming through this. A little earthiness, pepperiness, smoked char. A little bit of milk chocolate, baker's chocolate. But there's a lot more bright fruit coming out of this. Little citrus, like nuances of citrus tones, a little bit of earthiness in there, maybe a perfuminess. So it tells me there's definitely a good hop addition to this one, more so than some of the ones I remember in the previous years. So let's get into this and see what we have. Cheers. It's a bit thin. It's the high side of a medium body, pushing to that low side of a full body, but really sticking in that high side of a medium body. Actually, pretty wet on the back end on this one for sure. It has a little bit more of a hop presence than I remember in previous years. A little bit more of that earthy tones, a little bit of a floral. I'm trying to think what the perfume. Not really. It's a very muddled note, but it does have a little bit more hop kick to it. There's a hint. A very hint of a grapefruit citrus note and muddle in with all these rich chocolates, the nice smoke, char, those qualities. There's a little bit more of a kicked up hop presence than I remember in previous years. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, it's it just seems different to me. I was for a while at the beginning of this review, I was like, this is a rebranding of their Imperial Russian Stout. To me, this tastes like a completely different beer. It's a lot thinner. The hop note that is in there is a lot more kicked up, which happens with Russian Imperial Stouts. They were heavily hopped actually, so I mean that's not to be something that's unsurprising. Surprising. Well, maybe I can learn how to talk. That'd be good. And again, it doesn't have that hop presence that you're trying to push to a Cascadian Dark Ale or Black IPA or anything silly like that. It's a bit thin though, man. It's a bit of a watery mess. Not watery mess, but it does get a little bit on the watery side for an Imperial Stout, a Russian Imperial Stout, to be no less. On the positive note, it's refreshing. It's 10.6 and it drinks like a 6% beer. It's very, very dangerous, very unassumingly dangerous. Definitely drinks well. I'm going to enjoy it as I go down. This is probably my least favorite version of this beer that I've had over the course of years. I pick them up every time I see them. Obviously, there's a couple variants that come out. I don't know if this is one of those variant years now that I come to think about it, because I believe there was like a chai vanilla something version of this that was not for me. But as far as their standard Russian Imperial Stout that I've had for a couple years, this is a little bit under that. I still don't have a problem giving it an 8 out of 10. I think it's a very delectable beer. It has a lot of nice qualities going on, even though it's a little bit thin and the hops kicked up a little bit more than usual. I definitely think it is completely crushable, and I'm going to enjoy drinking this. This has been Paul from PABrewNews. Have a nice one. Cheers.